Huawei Mate 30 Pro screen protectors just emerged and it looks a lot hotter than expected. The Google Pixel 4 XL was just spotted in the wild for the first time, and that camera is really something else. And it's Prime Day, so we do have a couple of deals you should definitely consider. I'm Jaime Rivera, and who would have thought, who would have cared about a Monday? But it's Prime Day, so there's a lot to cover. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with deals. We've been covering deals from Amazon and like forever. The thing about it is it's interesting how the company has created hype over their Prime Day. There are a ton of deals. These are the three that we think you should consider. First up, we've got 2018 iPad Pros, where you could score up to $250 off both the 11-inch and the 12.9-inch model, depending on the configuration you get. Next, we've got to move to Google with the Pixel 3, now available for $250 off at pretty much $539 shipped. And then the 3 XL is also discounted to $639 in various colors. Now, if you want the Pixel 3a XL, Amazon is giving you a free $100 gift card as well. Finally, Amazon is also discounting the whole Unlock Galaxy S10 line up to $200 off across the board. However, you can get up to $300 off in some devices, like the case of the 129GB Samsung Galaxy S10, which usually goes for $900, is now available for $599. So again, this is just scratching the surface. We've got a couple more days for Prime Day, so stay tuned for more. Now let's move the spotlight over to an interesting surprise, as Qualcomm just announced the Snapdragon 855 Plus. The last time that we had a mid-year update to its processor was for the 820 and the 821, and if you remember, the device that debuted with the 821 was the Google Pixel. So yeah, we've got a couple of changes. Starting with the fact that this chip is designed to raise the bar for gamers by increasing the CPU clock speed to 2.9 GHz, and the GPU performance now also gets a 16% boost. And AI and XR, which is what they call VR and a ton of things into one, and also elevating the 5G experience, which they claim is what OEMs are looking for. Now, we can't expect the 855 Plus to power the flagships of the second half of 2019, so I guess we already know what phones are bringing it. Because yes, the other interesting teaser that we just got from Asus is the new ROG Phone 2, or ROG 2, or whatever they're going to call this phone. The thing about it is, could this be one of the devices that's coming with the 855 Plus? The last one had the 845, but that phone debuted a ton of things, like the first 90Hz display when it came to OLEDs. Now we are hearing an 120Hz display, and we're not exactly sure if we're getting an OLED that's going to do that, but well, we've got people speculating if this is going to be an IPS LCD that is capable or what. But the thing about it is we also hear in addition 6 gigs of RAM. Obviously, this is going to be the gaming phone for Asus, so we'll keep you posted on that. And of course, it is testing time for devices like the Google Pixel 4. And for those of you wondering exactly how that phone looks, we've covered so many leak renders, but it's starting to pop up in the wild as people are testing it. And my God, so right now it appears in cases, and usually this is the way phones get tested. But I hope that this phone looks better than in those leaks, because it does not look like a pretty phone. Obviously, we see the square design of the camera hump, pretty much everything that Google teased on their own. And I don't know, man. Is it just me, or do I find the design of the Pixel forgettable? I hope that it's not the case, but we would love to know what you think in the comments. And how about if we move the spotlight over to Huawei, and bear with me here, we've got two separate news that we're going to cover, and actually the question of the day is going to be focused on these two, starting with Hongmeng OS. It's rather interesting to hear a company executive come on record and claim that Hongmeng is actually not an alternative to Android, or at least we assume that this is not the way it was intended. According to his statement, it seems that Hongmeng was designed to reduce latency between IoT devices. And that's really what it was for. It was never intended to be an Android alternative. So this is rather weird, as we've even got the CEO on record stating that this is their alternative to Android, and now we've got executives that are claiming the other, so it's confusing everything around. We'll keep you posted as more news emerge for Huawei. And as for the second topic, the hottest news today have to do with the Huawei Mate 30 Pro. Obviously, if Hongmeng is not intended to be the final operating system, this means that the company is sticking to Android, which means we do care about the Mate 30 Pro. And we've been covering the device's back and how it's going to look, but we hadn't seen the front. Now I've got two leaked images, and I'm actually going to assume that this actually comes from Huawei, as I actually see the MateBook X Pro at the bottom, so it could just be some executive leaking the information. But we see the front, and we've got the sexy curves from the P30 Pro, but we see a huge notch at the top, so we're assuming that the facial recognition technology that we saw with the Mate 20 Pro is coming here. It all looks really nice. I mean, we see all the curves from the inside. We see very insignificant bezels. So let us know in the comments down below. Obviously, one, what do you think about what we just covered about Hongmeng? Is it confusing to you or not? Because it is for me. And second, I mean, let's assume that the, thing is going to end up being that we're going to get a Mate 30 Pro with Android. Are you interested, or are you worried that you would invest so much money on a Mate 30 Pro and you don't know what the future is going to be? Because in my case, I think that by the time the Mate 30 Pro launches, things are going to be solved, I guess. I believe. I don't know. We'll see. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know what you think. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to both our channels, English and Spanish, for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and here are my personal handles for my coverage as well. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.